Alright guys, best tempo for building muscle. So first of all, what is the tempo? Tempo is basically how fast you're moving the weight, and you can break this down in four parts. There's four parts to the tempo. There is the lowering, stop at the bottom, lifting, and stop at the top. So imagine if you're benching, you do the lowering, and then you stop at the bottom, lifting, and stop at the top. So these are the four parts to the tempo. The main tempo I've been using for the past 2-3 years, been using this tempo for all my main exercises, all the compounds lift, it's been 3-1-1-1. So 3 seconds lowering, so basically putting an accent on the negative, which is the lowering of the weight. 1 second stop at the bottom, 1 second lifting the weight, and 1 second stop at the top. That's the tempo I've been using for the past 2-3 years, and I've built a lot of muscle just with that tempo. Every now and then, just for a little time, I was coming off of it. I was doing like more 1-1-1-1 or 1-0-1-0, whatever. And but now I'm looking to change it and use another tempo for most of the time for all the compound lifts, and that will be a 1-0-1-0 or 1-1-1-1. Obviously, with a bigger weight, you'll have to do 1-1-1-1 because you can't move as fast. So what that would look like, I made a video yesterday. Where is it? So this was me deadlifting yesterday. This would be a fast tempo, where you try to move the weight as fast as possible from A to B. No stop, nowhere, just moving. And this would be a slower tempo. This is like a 3-1-1-1, where it takes you 3 seconds to lower the weight, and then you have 1 second stop at the bottom, 1 second lifting the weight, and 1 second stop at the top. Obviously, the more weight you have, the more time is probably gonna take you lifting the weight. So I have another video where I was deadlifting again, but with 100 kilos. And I was trying to go as fast as possible. But obviously, there is a limit to how fast you can go because of how much weight you got. Because you want to try to not get injured. If you just go fast without any kind of control, you're just gonna get injured. So you have to have some degree of control. You can't just move the weight without any control. But this is what 1-1-1-1 would look like, or 1-0-1-0. No stop, just lifting and lowering without any stop at the bottom or at the top. So that's the tempo. Tempo is basically how fast you're moving the weight, and you can manipulate that. And I've done some reading in the last few days because, like I said, I want to change it to a 1-0-1-0 or 1-1-1-1. Obviously, with more weight, I have to go slower. You can't go as fast as you could with very small weight because of the risk of injury. So in the last few days I've done some reading, and I have found that the best tempo for building muscle is anywhere in between a total of 2 seconds to 6 seconds. So the total of the 4 parts of the tempo, which would be the lowering, stop, lifting, and stop, if you have a total of between 2 seconds and 6 seconds, that is the ideal tempo for building muscle. And you can play around with that. You can, do a 2-0, 3-0, or 3-0, 3-0, or a 2-1, 2-1, whatever you like, as long as you are somewhere in between the 2 to 6 seconds with your total tempo, then you are in a optimal range of tempo for building muscle. Another thing I'm looking to do is change my tempo every 3 months from now on, because obviously your body adapts to whatever stimulus you're giving to it. So I'm looking to change the tempo every 3 months, 3 to 4 months. I'm thinking to do one tempo for each quarter of the year. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it, but it is good to change tempo every now and then, because your body obviously adapts. Just the way you change exercises every now and then, change routine a little bit, because your body adapts to whatever stimulus you're giving to it. You need to give new stimulus every now and then. Yeah, I'm looking to change the tempo every 3 months, play around with slower tempos and faster tempos, just so my muscles always have a new stimulus to adapt to and they don't get used to it. It doesn't become easy, because obviously the more you do one thing, the easier it becomes, right? So you don't want to do the same thing the same way over and over and over again, because your body is not going to grow. You are not stressing anymore the muscle as much as you would by giving it new stimulus, which changing the tempo would be a new stimulus. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you guys found some value. Play around with it, change your tempo every now and then. It's good for building muscle to change the tempo. And that's it. Found any value? Leave a like, share, comment. You need coaching, link is in the description. See you in the next one.